the leader of a far-right militia has received an extended prison sentence of 18 years for his involvement in the U.S. Capitol riot. Stewart Rhodes, the founder of the Oath Keepers, was convicted on charges of seditious conspiracy and other offenses. While Rhodes himself remained outside the Capitol on January 6, 2021, he coordinated with fellow militia members who stormed the building. This sentence is the lengthiest thus far for a Capitol rioter, with prosecutors initially seeking a 25-year term. Dear viewers, Slant News TV is currently engaged in an ardent pursuit of achieving its inaugural milestone of 1,000 subscribers. We earnestly implore your wholehearted support by subscribing to our channel. Rhodes had previously been convicted of obstruction of an official proceeding, and tampering with documents or proceedings in a prominent Capitol riot trial last year. During a hearing, the militia leader displayed little remorse, claiming to be a political prisoner and asserting that the Oath Keepers' sole intention was to safeguard other protesters. Judge Amit Mehta dismissed these assertions, expressing concerns about Rhodes' violent rhetoric, including a threat to harm former U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Rhodes' sentence is the harshest handed down for the riot to date, during which thousands of supporters of Donald Trump, who contested the outcome of the 2020 presidential election, stormed the U.S. legislature. A former U.S. Army paratrooper and Yale-educated lawyer, Rhodes founded the Oath Keepers in 2009. Armed members of this anti-government group were present at numerous protests and standoffs, and eventually became staunch supporters of Donald Trump. Dozens participated in the riot. What actions did the Oath Keepers take on January 6? Rhodes initiated a campaign to reject the election results just 2 days after the November 2020 vote, even while ballots were still being counted. He messaged his supporters, stating, "We aren't getting through this without a civil war. Prepare your mind, body, spirit." In preparation for January 6, 2021, Rhodes and other Oath Keepers spent significant amounts of money on weapons and equipment, which they stored in a hotel room in nearby Virginia. During the riot, Rhodes remained outside the building, taking calls and messages, while other Oath Keepers stormed inside. Prosecutors described his role as that of a battlefield general during the chaos. Defense attorneys argued that the weapons stash was never utilized and that the militia's mission was purely defensive. They planned to appeal the convictions. Kelly Meggs, the leader of the militia's Florida chapter, was scheduled to receive sentencing on the same day as Rhodes. Meggs was also convicted of seditious conspiracy, a seldom-used law from the Civil War era that carries a maximum prison sentence of 20 years. Seditious conspiracy is distinct from the crime of treason, which carries a higher burden of proof as outlined in the U.S. Constitution and can result in the death penalty. 3 other Oath Keepers who stood trial alongside Rhodes and Meggs were acquitted of seditious conspiracy but convicted of lesser charges. Judge Mehta ruled in favor of prosecutors who argued for a harsher sentence for Rhodes under a terrorism enhancement, claiming that the Oath Keepers sought to employ intimidation or coercion against the U.S. government. In January, 4 additional Oath Keepers were convicted of seditious conspiracy, and earlier this month, 4 members of the far-right Proud Boys were also convicted of the same charge. However, the majority of Capitol rioters were not affiliated with organized groups. Overall, more than 1,000 individuals have been arrested in connection with the riot, with over half having pleaded guilty to various crimes such as assault, theft, weapons charges, trespassing, and obstructing an official proceeding. According to the U.S. Justice Department, around 80 individuals have been found guilty following trials. Here concludes the latest news bulletin. You can find detailed articles from reputable global news sources in the description below for further examination and verification of the news. Thank you all for watching the news.